na gala gala aberu na banga kinita ngara gigile aberu na dalani agatuga yeri amam ngipitinyo aberu na kemkene umya gero na gengana tikaina ekile na gogo aberu na kemkene yeikaku ekile paga paga aberu na galanya yeikaku aberu na galani agatuga yeri amam ngipitinyo aberu na kemkene umya gero na gengana tikaina yo
tunaweza highlight kidogo tu. Kuna vile hiyo kamera inaweza move ama tumeset tukimaliza.
Ekile paga paga berna kalanya yaika kukipo. Iya mangi video. Aberna kam kene tinya wina kene kisilile. Aberna kalani agatu gadai iya mangi video. Aberna kam kene tinya wina kene kisilile.
Yes, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are listening to us or viewing Ayok TV. We wish to welcome you to this live stream show this evening. As you may be aware that we had actually informed members of the public that we shall be coming live from K Polo's Hotel along Kanam Kemer Street. And today, being International Widows Day, we wish to bring to you a conversation that will be very sensational and very interesting for all our women, our daughters, our mothers outside there. We want to build. Main purpose of this show is actually to show concern and also show love to every woman or every man who is in this situation. And so. Very interesting that we are going to talk to our guest today, and she will be talking to us more about her experience and also giving us more insight to the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ayok TV, shaping the future, and we wish to welcome you all to this show. Remember, if you have any concern, any comments, remember to drop it at our WhatsApp number, which is 0712 450 450 0712 450 450. That's our WhatsApp number. Yeah, just drop any comment, any suggestion. We will be more than glad to read them in our shows. So, and also remember also to go live on YouTube. You'll find us live there right now, and also don't forget to also drop your comment on our Facebook page, which is Ayok TV. I wish to welcome our guest today. Habari ya sai. Karibu sana.
Asante. Thank you, Manu, and your team. Thank you, the viewers. My name is Niva Lopetet, the proprietor of K Polo's Bistro Cafe. We are located along Kanam Marble Road, and you can sample our treats today. We do delicious treats. We have chips, we have this Kenyan snacks, that is samosa, kebab, croissants, name them. We have them for you today. You can drop your orders. Maybe you can drop them via WhatsApp number. Then we'll see how they will get to you. As we discuss and learn more about widows. Today is the International Widows Day. It's internationally recognized by the UN. Thank you.
Yeah, we will be coming and be delving more into the day. But very important, as Niva has already mentioned, that we are here at K Polo's, and K Polo's we have variety of food. I was lucky enough to be here earlier, so I've taken much of it. So if you are there at home, remember to place your order right now on our WhatsApp number, which is 0712 450 450. That is one way of supporting our own, and also as we celebrate this day. And as you place your order, remember we will deliver it within no time. Otherwise, we are very glad to be with you along our show today, Niva. Mm-hmm. So now to proceed, Niva, we are speaking about this day, which is International Widows Day, which of course you have also mentioned. It is a day which is being celebrated globally, and it was launched by the UN in the year 2010. This is actually to recognize the effort and also to raise awareness about women, women who have fall victims of the situation, and also celebrating and giving them hope. This day is majorly about them. Maybe to start off, tell us who is Niva.
Niva Lopetet is a mother of three. Niva is a mother of three, 2 boys, 1 daughter. Yes. I support the community in terms of giving back to the community. I'm a director of National Chamber of Commerce, Women in Business as the women representative. That is my current role. And I have a bachelor in development studies. Yeah, and I'm passionate about women, children, and the youth. Yeah, and seeing them just evolve to be meaningful and respectable people. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of insight about today being a Widow's Day, and you are that young lady who actually happened to be in this situation, and it is also very important to speak about your own personal experience about this day. So I want to welcome you to the show, and maybe tell us what you think about today.
Yeah, today is very important. Myself, I never thought I'll be a widow this early. So, and I've just been seeing, like you or anyone else, what widows go through, maybe in the movies, in the televisions, and I didn't know one day something like that would happen to me. But being a widow has mixed. It has mixed experiences. We have the good experiences. You have good people who are always there to support you. People who are always there to be there for you. They are there to encourage you. They are always there to watch out for your interest. And especially family. The family comes in very fast. Like for my case, my family has been there. My sisters, my parents, they have been there. And I also have very good friends who have been there for me. anytime they pass by to check if me and the kids are doing well. And I feel that is a concern, a very good, great concern from my friends. And it also has the other side. The other side is women, and especially the widows, go through a lot of challenges. There's stigma. I tell you, there's stigma and discrimination out there. And sometimes when you pass, people look at you and, you see them murmuring, she's the one who lost her husband, You feel like people are looking you with kind of different eyes. And there are people who also want to discriminate you because you're a widow. And they think maybe you're less, or they look at it sometimes. I feel it's like you're sick. And they don't want really to come close to you. You have an infectious disease, you're going to infect them. So they distance themselves from you. Actually, there are people I meet, and because they have seen me, they change their direction, or they even pretend that they are busy.
Fear maybe confronting, or maybe
I have never felt to understand. I don't know if they fear confronting, or I don't know. I don't understand myself, because I don't understand how you'll meet someone, this person you used to know, maybe even a friend of your or a friend of your spouse, and when they see you, they tend to look away, or even hurriedly walk away from you.
Okay, that is why we chose that it's better we speak to you, and so that we are able now to understand, and even for other widowers who are out there, to also see and face the courage of overcoming such situations. So I would want you to maybe to tell us what specific thing has been in your mind of late.
Of specific things is it's actually a struggle. It's actually a struggle of getting understanding the new way of living, because there are many things that you have to change. You now have to take leadership of your household. This is a role that was being played by someone else. The someone else who was responsible of the food, of how children go to school, and everything. So it's like you're stepping in big shoes, and there's a lot that you need to manage. You need to manage your house. You need to be there for your children. At the same time, you have to see how they feed. At the same time, you have to see how they go to school. So, and you're fitting in. This is something that you've not been doing. And emotionally also, there's a lot we go through emotionally. Sometimes you need support, or you need someone to cry or you need a hug, but you're there by yourself. And sometimes you just need a shoulder to lean on, but you just find you're there by yourself. So even emotionally, you have to adapt. You have to come into terms with just what happened, and even forgetting the loss. Sometimes I ask myself, and at what point do you say you have healed? Because I think you even get hurt. It's even more hurting with time. So the more you stay, the more I've stayed, is the more I feel even more hurt. The more I feel, I struggle with the feeling of helplessness. Although I struggle, but I feel like there's something I'm missing. Yeah, and it's like I'm just swimming in an ocean where you don't know where you're going to.
Yeah, a very weird experience, that one, I must say. So, anything outstanding that maybe you wish to tell about your late spouse?
I remember him every day. There's no day that will pass without me remembering him, especially me and the kids. With my last daughter, they were friends. They were very good friends with my daughter. And my daughter would ask me to send him gifts. My daughter will ask me to call him. And if I say where he has gone, he can't receive calls, without me knowing, he will go to use my phone to dial his father's number. And when she asks questions, and for me and the children, sometimes I think we have not yet moved on, and we're expecting him to come back. It's like we're in a situation where we feel like he hasn't left us. he's just somewhere and he's coming. He's still coming back to us. So we are there like every day. We think maybe he will come today. Maybe he will come today. And for my case, we don't even refer to him as late. We refer to him like he's still with us. Yeah. And we have a feeling that he's always there for us. Yeah.
Yeah, and what, how have you been coping with that loss?
Let me tell you, it was not easy. It wasn't easy at first. Especially when it happened, I felt like I was strong. I was at home. Even when the news came, I was still at home. But I wasn't hit that time. That time I was very strong. I was receiving my visitors. I could talk to people. But later on is when I felt it. Later on, much later on. Even before the burial. Maybe because there were people that time with me. So it didn't hit me that much. And I just had people, and it was okay. But much later, I felt like there's something that is missing, that I needed to get some information from him. And funny enough, or weird enough, I started even going to the internet to see how I can communicate to him, because I felt like I have many questions that I needed to ask him. Because after his death, there are many things that came up, and I was wondering, really, is there a way I can talk to him to clarify some things? And believe you me, I went to Cosmo. I went to the internet, and they were telling me there's a way you can talk to the death. I tried that myself, but a lady came to me right on time, and she was selling books. And this lady, when she talked to me, I found myself crying. She was telling me, she was selling her books, and the books were about how to heal from.
You met the lady online?
No, I didn't. I met her physically. She came to the Chamber of Commerce's offices. Then we met there. And one of her books was talking about how to recover from loss. The way she was explaining to me, I told her, I'm struggling myself how to recover from the loss of my husband. And she gave me the book. There were actually like 2 books. After reading the books, I got an understanding of what happens after death. And it really helped me to understand the life after death. And she even told me to watch some movies about life after death.
Actually, I was coming there to maybe ask you on the strategies or activities that you have been involved in as a way of trying to get out of, such kind of memories or situation.
Okay. As I said, it's been a struggle. Yeah, it's been a struggle. And my first consolation was God. And I had people around me to help me pray. So God has been there for me. He has been a consolation, the number one consolation. And I pray a lot as a family. We pray with my kids. And we have found grace. We have found grace in God. So for us, one thing is that we pray. We pray. That is one way we've managed to come this far. The second thing, as I said, I read books. And I realized that ignorance is it's actually like it's no one's fault. There's what you can do so that you can educate yourself. So I do a lot of reading. If in case I find any challenge that I'm going through, I find information. I even look for speakers who talk on the same. I look for motivational or inspirational speakers. So I get some kind of solace there. And as I said, also family. My family is always there for me. And they've helped me recover. Yes, they've helped me overcome it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see you are running a restaurant.
Yeah.
So What actually
Yeah.
why not?
No, I actually started, I love food myself. So I started doing food way long before. And something people don't know is when we started the cake business, it was actually 3 people. It was me, my sister Jackie, and Cosmas, my late husband Cosmas. We started the cake business together. So we could do it in the house. He was very good at writing, and he was our delivery boy that time. So we had a small car, so we could do our cakes. Then we'll rush with the car. So he's the driver. He will drive us, but he was the one writing on the cake. So my part was the research part. So me, I could do my research. Then Jackie will bake. Jackie bakes and decorates. Then he's the one who will write on the cake, and he's the one who is going to deliver. That is how we started, and that time was in the house. But when he was alive, he was a very caring husband, and he never wanted me to do anything. I think he wanted me to be there for the children, and he wanted to be the one who is providing. Before we met, I was working, and I had my life all together as a career woman, up and running. The sky was the limit for me. But immediately he got a job. We agreed I go to school to complete my degree. So when I went to school, coming back, he was working, and he felt like let him provide for me as I continue to advance with my education. That was between 2017, 2019 there, 2020. So now I understand why he didn't want me to work, because the work environment also it's a bit rough out there. So I think because out of love, he said let him face the rough.
How did you find it? Because sometimes it's quite hard to.
It is.
Somebody not look for a means of survival. And, you as a woman, how did you find it?
I struggled with it, and I thank God, because close to his last times with us, I had courage to say I'm working on the restaurant, and even had courage to say I'm going out. You know, for most of our men, they will not even for him, you couldn't go like to Kalokol and come back, you know. But during his last time, I could work on my business now. I could go to Kalokol, I could go to Lorgum for my business. I do outside catering, and sometimes I get gigs to go outside. So I think I was just getting prepared. I was getting prepared that time. Yeah, I was getting prepared for the business. I wasn't so serious that time, because I knew I have no responsibility. There was someone who was taking care of everything, even taking care of my parents. So I knew I was just doing it, but not as a business. But I was also getting prepared. So
how did the baking business, for how long did it?
We went to the house. We started a shop. We moved from the house and we started a cake shop. The cake shop had challenges. Even that time, it had challenges, many challenges. And so sometimes I stop, sometimes I start. So it depends. If I see things are not going so well with me, I rest for a moment. Then if I think now I can go back, I just go back and do it. Yeah. So this place has been running. It has been running. Yeah. Well, since 2019. Yeah, since 2019. That is about 4 years. It's now that I have more time, to give to the business, and I know it's now. This is what feeds us.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no other alternative other than
Yes. Yeah, I have to put focus here for my children to have food, and for them to go to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've spoken of memories, that you used to share with your late husband, and it sounds very, very insightful. Very, it is a family that had, at the future and actually at the focus entirely. So you've cited of one memory that you used to share business ideas, and also you focusing into the family issues by then. But now you are out.
I'm trying to remember where was it. I have no memory because I was not there.
Oh yeah, you were not in the picture.
No, I didn't bother myself. Actually, I didn't bother.
When was it happening?
They were taking they were doing a survey of water in the topsoil, and they could find they were going to share water here, one point and another, one point and another. I was trying to look at is it possible? I didn't bother myself. Yeah.
But now?
That is not what I'm saying. Yeah, something, even as women, there's someone who's doing it.
There's this question about maybe months, because it's about a year.
It's about a year. Let me ask for you about the experience. Anything they wanted was provided. And coping up with that is really a problem. And now I realized I brought up very demanding children. Very demanding. No, like, mommy wants this, mommy we want this, mommy we want that. And sometimes we try to explain to them, like, we can't manage to do this many times, but we can manage like once. For example, going for swimming. If you tell them we can go for swimming once, they want to go for swimming maybe every week, they will not understand you, and they don't understand why should we, and they even say their dad was the best. They don't know their father was working. And, mommy is not working, so they put demands. And there's a time I will not forget. I went with my son to the supermarket. Then he saw a big toy. I think the toy was about 2,000 or 3,000. And before we even went, I knew his problem, so we agreed. So we agreed, and I told him, no toys, we're only going to take something you can eat. We agreed. So getting inside, I told him, no, we agreed you're getting something you can eat. Now you've gone for the toy. And I said, like, mommy, no, you can't pick the toy. If it's ice cream, just go for ice cream. If anything you want to eat, it's okay. If you want chocolate, just go for chocolate. But I'm not buying any toy. He refused. He said he's not even picking anything anymore. So when we went back to the car, he started crying because he couldn't get the toy. And I felt so bad. We both started crying in the car. But now I had to make him understand. We can't be doing things. He's 10 years. So I just felt that deep down I had to tell him he has to understand things have changed. Yeah, he has to understand that, and he has to come to terms that we can't continue like. There are some things that we have to change. Yeah.
So have you heard or found any support group or a counselor, somebody who maybe you run to sometimes make such memories,
Not at the moment, but I have a team of people who pray with me, and when I feel down, I give them a call and they talk to me, they motivate me, they just encourage me to move on. It's actually the church. There's one pastor, Pastor Loridai. Yeah, he's been there for me. Yeah, anytime I call him and I tell him maybe there's something that has happened, or I feel like this today I don't feel like leaving the bed, or today I don't feel like doing anything, because there are those days. There are days where you just sit outside and feel you feel bad. There are days where you feel you're good. Yeah, there are days where you just move on and you feel like yes, I can do it. Yes, I can make it. Yes. So I have a circle, even the church. Yeah.
Now, as we speak about that, because I would say maybe you're lucky how lives with the church, maybe institution or grace, but we're speaking also about women or other Christians who are outside
It's really very sad, because I don't think I can, at my level, at my case, I can say I was brought up a strong person emotionally. I can bear any kind of emotion. I can pass through. I can put myself through. But there are women who are there and they are weak. Maybe they're struggling with issues of okay. Okay, so for my case, I think for my case, I think I'm blessed, because emotionally I'll say I'm a strong person. I am a strong person, and there are things that will not move me. And there are things that they'll put me down 1 minute and the next minute I am up and running. I will not say the same with other women who are weak emotionally. The women who are struggling with issues, with self-esteem issues, they're struggling with many emotion conditions. So I wouldn't say that for them. So having a support system is very important, so that even that person who is weak emotionally can be given hope, that can be encouraged. That person can be told, hey, look, there's tomorrow, and tomorrow is better than today. That person who can be told, it's okay, it shall be well. That person will be given a pat at the back and be told that you are doing it. You are doing it. An emotional support group is very important, especially for widows, because we struggle with many issues. We have issues of rights. Widows have rights, but you find that even the community wants to deny the widows their rights. When it comes to land and property, as a widow, they see you as a weak person and they want to take everything from you. But you see, if there's someone who does not even understand where to start from, then that's a challenge. If there's someone who doesn't even understand that they have rights, you see, now that is a challenge. That person will just be quiet and maybe suffer their children for the rest of their lives. Necessary. I think it's very necessary. When I happened to become a widow, something very interesting, the people who surrounded me were all widows. There were widows who came to talk to me, and they came to give me their own experiences, and they encouraged me to move forward, and they even shared with me how they were able to overcome, or they were able to rebuild their lives. So it's very important. And you see, they gave me strength even at that weak moment. They told me how to things that I should expect, how the society will treat me, and they even told me how I'm going to overcome them. So having a support group is very important, and I feel it's time that we come together as widows in Turkana, and we give each other support. It is not easy. As I said, we are taking over a role that we were not playing. So we find ourselves in a very challenging situation. We have a community that does not understand us. If anything, they even want to take what you have from you. So how are we going to help ourselves? And there's a lot of help out there. But how are we going to know or educate ourselves on the rights of a widow? There are things to do with inheritance. There are also things to do with property. But now, we don't even know. There are procedures to be followed. We don't even know. How can we handle our family members, especially the extended family members? Those are things that can be handled by support groups. That is where we can learn from each other. There are also things to do with the economic challenges. How do we take our children to school? As we say, stand today, the world has so many widows, but a big number of them are struggling with poverty. Coping with loss is not easy. Taking up a new role to provide for the family, especially where you didn't and you've never even learned to do it, it's really challenging. So how can we make sure that these widows are being given support to rebuild their lives economically? How can we make sure that the children of the widows are going to school? How can we ensure that the children of the widows are getting better health care? These are issues that we have to talk about. These are issues that we have to handle if you want to have a better society, if you want to have a complete society. Yes.
So I see that maybe, the challenge has been drawn up to you now, maybe to think of maybe bringing, creating or initiating such an idea and, rolling it out. So maybe it is something that you have to step up now and maybe encourage the rest of widowers or widows in Turkana to come together and initiate such groups. And you talked about family, and I was to ask you, what is your relationship so far with the family, both families, your family and the family of your late, and is the relationship still intact as it used, or there are issues? Because we are posing this question because you have highlighted in your speech just a few seconds ago that at times women undergo a lot of hardship, and even family tend to run away, and maybe imposing issues that of course again discourages a widower. So talk to us about your relationship with both the families.
Thank you so much. My relationship with the other family, I think I'm lucky because until now they regard me as their own daughter, and they always say that I am a replacement of their son. So they have been there for me, and they always look out for me. They're always there to check if we are well. Especially the father of the late, he's become my father. He's always there to encourage me, and he'll tell me, I am here for you. I am here for your children. He's always there to bless us. He's always there to wish well for us. He will call and tell me, it will be well. It shall be well. I'm with you. And I can stand against the whole world because of you. So they've been there. All of them, even the mother, they've all been there. The brothers, they're all there for me. And I thank God for that. The Turkana is the family. They're there for me. Yeah, I meet them and I feel, I feel their concern. I feel their concern.
So talk about traditions. Are there any, traditions around, the dead, and of course the family of the dead.
Yeah.
So I understand your background.
Yeah.
You have a very, strong faith.
Yeah.
And what you do. Tell us about that. You forced me any tradition.
Hey, wow, the first time, me, I'm a London kid, so I don't know more about the Turkana culture.
Yeah.
So the first time I heard about exchanging children, and my parents were said, no, that cannot happen. They have to come and see us first. They were there and they said, don't agree to anything. Yeah, they have to come. If they want to exchange their children, they have to come and see us. No one came to see us. So that was the first time I was learning about being exchanged. And there was another time. I don't know I can't remember it now, but they said we'll have to be done for. Even if they release you later on to maybe to remarry, but they'll have to do that for them to exchange their children. So there's a time we went for the burial rites at Morulem. Then the brother before him has not done that right. So that was our only escape. Because now the family was like, now this one, of all of them, out of all of them, this is the one we want. No, this is our target. That time, your parents are also calling you and they're telling you, please don't do anything without our consent. So we were there in between. And my my father-in-law kept on saying, I wish I had a son to, I could give you to my son, one of my son. And I don't want you to remarry. If you do, then they have to get permission from me. He's the one to give consent. I really enjoyed his company. Every evening, he's left now, but I remained with him for some time. So every evening we could sit outside and and chat and laugh and chat. So during the chat, he'd tell me, I don't even want to release you. I just want to hold on to you and give you to someone that I know. But I tell him,
like my son. Okay.
Yeah.
But you find he's actually playing well for you.
Yeah, he's playing well for me. I'm a modern woman, so.
So any challenges, any difficulties you are facing as a leader?
There are many challenges. Especially for someone like me who was used to making a phone call and money just drops into your phone. So that is a challenge.
Wow.
I have to do everything for myself. I have to adjust. I have to think and reason for myself. I had someone who even could reason for me, but now I have to make decisions myself. And sometimes I could even ask, am I doing right or am I doing wrong? There was someone who could approve of my decisions that time, but now I have to try for myself. If it works, if it doesn't work, yes, that is one of the challenges that I'm. Yeah. Now that is a big challenge that I'm undergoing. Another challenge is how to step up. How can I step up? Doing my business, how can I step up my business so that it's up and running the way it should be? So those are small challenges. And how am I going to bring up these kids all by myself? That was my role. My role was the discipline role. But there was someone who was there to comfort them. There was someone who was there to give them hope and to encourage them for their future. Now I have to play both roles. I have to be the disciplinarian. At the same time, I have to inspire hope and have to inspire strength to them. I have to show them and guide them to grow up in the way to be what they want to be. Yeah. But something I find very interesting, I think now even my children have changed. Now they see me as their all. There are days I could get home and I find them waiting for me outside the gate. I think for my daughter, she believes her father just disappeared into thin air. He never came back. He went for safari and he never came back. So anytime I'm late, I think they believe or they see like maybe even mom will not come back. maybe mom will also disappear the same way. So I find my children waiting for me outside the gate. But how they respond to me is like they are more concerned. And they're always there. If, for example, I feel like I have a headache, they will not move away. They want to stay with me.
Just stay around.
They just want to hang around. So I feel we are more connected. We are more close. We are more close now than before. Yeah.
You find that as a good thing?
I find that as a good thing. I find that as a good thing. Seeing their concern just gives me strength. Seeing how much they care and how much they love me just gives me strength to fight for them. Yeah.
Maybe in future, what do you want to engage in? Now being in this situation in the future, where do you see yourself maybe in the future? And about the old feeling as a woman, and also as a career woman, where you want to be in the future?
I always tell myself I was born for greatness. I am an eagle. It does. I will fly to the highest. You know, I am an eagle, and I believe the future has more possibilities for me. I even think of politics. One day I will get into politics. I think of as a woman rep, of course.
But you already hold what title?
Yes, that is an interim position. I have greater hopes. And one thing is, I believe I was modeled for greatness, and I was modeled for servanthood. I didn't mention, as a young girl, I went to Kenya High School. At Kenya High School, we were brought up as servants. Yes. And that's why someone cannot understand me. If they see me doing the catering business, I was brought up for service. And I believe I have a position in service, serving my people. I have compassion for my own people. Before then, I used to run a small group for women, for the girls who have dropped out of school. I tell you, for now, I have supported girls who are now working, even working with the county government. These are the girls who dropped out of school. From the villages. I come from California village myself, so I could understand the environment around California. And at a very young age, I told myself I will change, and I'm going to change my community where I come from. So I started this movement. I collected girls from Soweto, girls from Nakwamekwi, girls from the California now. I talked to them. I went and talked to a few guys, Susan Aletia being one of them. Yes. I talked to World Vision, and they supported me. So I took these girls back to school. I bought them uniforms, I gave them books, then I gave them hope. And I told them, I have done it. You will also do it as girls. And I'm glad one day, I'd even forgotten them. But one day in a celebration, back there at my mom's place, there's a lady who said, I want to talk, give me an opportunity to talk. Then I was like, now who is this? Antaka kusema nini? Then she took the mic and broke into tears, and she said, Neva, that was I believe 2021. She said, Neva, you have no idea what you have done to me. You took me to school. I went through school, and I'm now working with the county government. I can provide for my family, all because of you. And I was just dropout at that time. And I felt, wow, you mean these girls, they became important people like this. So that is one thing that I did. I'm an activist. I like justice. I like fairness. I will stand for the people, and I do not tolerate any kind of injustice. I do not support I do not support discrimination. For me, kindness is my password. If you're kind, then you're my friend. If you have no any compassion and kindness in you, then I'll keep you far away from me. So positive energy is what I want to advocate for. Positivity in everything is what I want to advocate for. And I want to tell people, you can. It is all possible. It is all possible. Even to the widows, don't look at yourself and pity. Don't ever pity yourself. You have the strength, and you have the Almighty. You have everything you can pull through. You have the Almighty who is always there to support you. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. It's possible, and you can go to greater heights. You can even dream. Yeah. Yes, to be the woman rep. All dreams are valid and possible. Yes, I'll be the woman rep of this county. Yeah.
I wish you well. So as we conclude, I want you to speak about if there is anything maybe you wish, like telling members of the public, our viewers, our women, our young girls, about the future, and also even speaking to those children, young children wale maybe wamepitia walipoteza wazazi wao hapo awali kitambo, and wako tu, and maybe wajewahi heal na wange naona kusikiliza. I am seeing a number of comments here, people actually acknowledging the show and appreciating your how you are very outspoken about this issue. I want you to speak to those children who happen to be victims of the circumstances. Just give them hope of living again and maybe dreaming for the future.
Thank you so much. For those children who lost their loved ones, those who lost their parents, if it's a mother or a father, I always say we only have one Father, and that is God. And may you find fatherhood in God. Just try God. God is the Father who is always there for you, and God can do even much more than a kawaida father can do. So just look up to God. If it's school fees, God will provide. If it's food, God will provide. It's you to only dream. You only need to dream, put out yourself out there, and make sure that you're doing the right things. Because if you're right, then everything will be right. But if you start engaging in other things like drug abuse, if you start engaging yourself into bad company, if you turn yourself to be rude because you think you're being neglected, then you will be headed the wrong way. Sometimes the people around you will not support you, but just always look for support from God. He's always there. If you find yourself like you're being mistreated because you're an orphan, that happens. It happens. Even someone who keeps you in the house is only keeping you because they see they will get value from you being there. You get overworked, you get mistreated. You are the one who carries all the blame. But find courage in God, and I'm sure if you try God, possibilities are possible. You will become anything that you want to be. Yeah. And to the women the widows, it's all possible. You need to find strength within yourself. Strength comes from inside, and feed yourself with the right things. Stay away from bad company. If you keep bad company, they will drag you, and they will make you feel they will drain you. Just let me say they will drain you. At the end of the day, they will drain you. Yes, put your energy in the right places. Put your attention and your focus in the right places. Don't get into people's like groupings and all that. And for myself, I believe great people are always alone. So I don't believe in groupings and all those things, because I believe I know I'm a great person. So find greatness in you. Everyone has greatness. That is the only fair thing about God. Find yourself. Find yourself. When you find yourself, work towards improving yourself. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of listening to other people. And I also have my own personal time. I take time for myself to evaluate myself. I tell myself I'm doing this, no, I need to do this, I need to do that. So I take time for myself. I'm in with my time. Yes. If it's for something that will give value to me, then I'm in. I don't use my time unnecessarily. I better even rest. I better even watch TV with the kids. Yes.
Thank you very much. That is very insightful, and I'm sure our young girls, our mothers outside there, they have actually received it well. And we are actually winding, and as you conclude, you will also have an opportunity to take us through. We want to see what you are doing here, the kind of food it's being prepared here, so that as as we continue celebrating the day, we encourage our viewers also to purchase from Cape Polos.
Thank you very much. I wanted to encourage the girls. The future is very unpredictable, so it's very good to have yourself in charge of your life. Take charge of your life. And if I have to also speak to the husbands out there, death is something that is there for all of us, and you may not know when you will die. For my case, I knew he's coming. It's a matter of a few minutes, then he'll be home. Then it happened. So it's always good to prepare. I mean, just prepare yourself for the uncertainty, because death is there. Please just leave your family well organized. When you organize your family, it does not mean that you will die. It means that when you die, things will be able to be done the way you want them to be done. They will run as usual. But you see, when there's a gap, I'm sure anybody can take advantage of that gap. So please, husbands out there, plan yourself, especially those in polygamous arrangements. Kindly, it's good to plan yourself. Plan for your families, plan for your children, and let everything be well laid out, well stated. It will save so much.
Asante sana. And for the rest of us outside there, we are told in a day like this, we are encouraged to spread awareness, educate our community about the challenges that widows face in day-to-day life. And also, if you can, you can also donate to them and support them in such a day like we are doing here. We are encouraging you to reach out to Cape Polos and buy from them. Yeah, they are doing chips, they are doing cakes, they are doing all sort of food. They are they have mchele pia iko. They are doing rice and they are doing chapati, and they are also doing samosa. So all those in a day like this, support any widow outside there, and also reach out to widows in your life with just a simple call, maybe by writing a text, and also that's a gesture of kindness, just to remind them that they are not forgotten. And lastly, also let's spread the word in our social social pages, social platforms. Let's talk about this day, and as a show of love, as a show of concern, and of course we will see them also celebrate this day. So as we mentioned earlier, International Widows Day, it is a day celebrated to actually give widows and widowers hope of living again, and hope of dreaming to live a better life. Otherwise, we are concluding it there, but now moving to the second phase. We are moving inside there to see if Niva has prepared something for us, and also see, I'm seeing from the background some things are being done. Okay, sawa, let's go.
Oh yeah. Nakaisimame apa? Tingta, lagi din yung ini.
Ng'ombe. Sawa. Ng'ombe.
We have some chicken. We have some chicken, yeah, and two samosas. They go for 50. So order. We have you can buy croissant breakfast of the economists. Try something new. Try our croissants. They are very tasty. Eat for breakfast. I will show you.
Unaweza focus tu hii kwa logo. Hii. Focus hii.
Kwa logo yao huko.